Hey guys, this is Josh Slotman for TrainerJosh.com, and today we got a very special little thing I'm going to show you guys. It's basically, is stress making you fat? It's a big thing a lot of people have questions about, and I just want to kind of set the record straight today, give you guys a little bit of knowledge so you guys can help combat the stress at the same time, getting rid of that extra weight gain that's going to come with that stressing out. So here we go, guys. Let's get started. Okay, yes, we are very much stressed. We have jobs that we hate. We work with people we hate. Traffic and crazy drivers. You see people driving all around, giving people the bird. It's getting pretty crazy out there. Relationships and kids are driving us crazy. Not to mention injuries, pollution, overtraining, nutritional stresses too. So it's not just the stresses of work and stuff like that. It can even go even farther from electromagnetism to past injuries to the weather. Even if it's really hot outside, you're going to be a lot more stressed than if it's just a nice sunny 74 degrees. And adrenal fatigue is basically the result. So the adrenals are basically glands. They sit on the top of your kidneys, and their function is basically as a gland to release hormones. So when you're stressed, the hormone you probably heard of, it's called cortisol. When cortisol gets released in your body, it's basically a stress hormone. It's known as the fight or flight. So basically, back when we were cavemen, if something happened to us, if we saw a bad guy right away, or we saw a saber-toothed tiger, we get the fight or flight response. So our adrenals would shoot out the stress hormone cortisol. It would amp us up at the same time, so we can go from laying on the ground 1 minute to the next minute, we're up ready to fight or we're ready to run. And it can do a lot of other things, anti-inflammatory for one. And the thing is, we're way more stressed now than we've ever been. If we go out to a farm or anywhere else in a third world country, they don't have the same level of stress that we have today. We're really, really stressed, and it's more of our society. It's just the level of intensity that we're going through every day. And the thing is, if we have too much cortisol or too little, we have a problem. And I'm about to go into that in a second. But the body responds to stress by shooting out lots of this cortisol. So we're stressed all the time. We're not getting enough sleep. Our families are stressing us out. Work's stressing us out. We're not getting the rest. We're not meditating. The adrenal glands are going to shoot out that cortisol. But the thing is, the adrenal glands can't do this forever. So eventually they are going to get fatigued, and that's when problems start happening. That's when hormones get out of balance, and that's when bad stuff basically happens. Okay, so what's going to happen? A lot of things from cortisol is going to. You probably heard of the weight gain thing, and don't go for those cortisol pills that people try to sell you. That's BS. It's not going to work nearly as effectively as the things I'm going to show you. Thyroid problems, if you're stressed, sleep problems, lack of sex drive. So just to break it down really quick, the low DHEA levels, and DHEA is great for a lot of things. It's great for recovery. It's great for building lean muscle mass and stuff like that. And the thing with it is, just to break it down, what was it? Oh, cholesterol. Cholesterol. We derive from that pregnenolone. Pregnenolone we derive from DH. We go to DHEA. And when the DHEA levels are healthy, we have a nice sex drive. We're healthy. Our muscles are really strong. We're sleeping properly and all that great stuff, and life's beautiful. The thing is, when we get stressed and keep getting stressed, we don't, because the pregnenolone, we also turn into cortisol. And once we're overproducing the cortisol, our adrenal glands are really shooting that out, we start to steal a little bit of that pregnenolone. We start to steal some pregnenolone away from the DHEA, because your body basically is telling you, okay, this guy's stressed all the time. He's running from saber-toothed tigers or mammoths or something. So we have to really use this pregnenolone to make cortisol, or else he's going to die. He's not worried about having sex or building his lean muscle. He just wants to survive. So that's when they start sacrificing DHEA, and the DHEA just keeps going down as the cortisol eventually goes up. But the thing is that the cortisol can't stay up forever. Eventually those levels are going to start to go down too, with lack of pregnenolone and stuff like that. So you have a low DHEA, low cortisol levels, and not healthy low. And that's when a lot of the problems start to happen. Okay, what can you do about it? Basically, here are 5 big tips that are going to help a lot. First is try to get the right diet down. So stop starving yourself, start eating a lot healthier, eat the right stuff is a great way to start it off. Start going low glycemic so you're not shooting your blood sugars up too much. Find the right protein to carbohydrate balance. If you're eating too many carbohydrates, you're going to release too much insulin, and when too much insulin's released, you're going to try to combat that with cortisol to bring the blood sugars back down. Get the proper amount of rest and recovery in bed by 10:30 p.m. and preferably 10, because once we go to sleep around 10 o'clock at night, our bodies start the recovery process. And if we're not in bed resting by then, basically we're not going to get the same rest and recovery as we would go into bed by then. So if you go to sleep at 2 in the morning and wake up at 10, that's still 8 hours of sleep, but it's not the same because your circadian rhythms are really thrown off and your whole recovery process is off. So going to sleep by 10 and waking up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. is going to be a lot more beneficial for you. You feel a lot more refreshed and a lot more energetic to take on the day. Your exercise program, start light. If you're really adrenally fatigued, I'm not sure if that's a word, but if you are, basically start super light. You don't want to go start a hardcore program because that's going to stress you out even more. So I would start even just going for a walk. You don't have to do an actual workout. Start walking more. Start going out with your dog, taking your dog for a walk or something. It's going to be a lot more beneficial for you than starting a hardcore metabolic resistance training or boot camp or anything like that. So start with a light exercise program if you're super stressed. And also another great one's meditation, yoga, tai chi. A lot of great things that you guys yogi, I put yogi, but it's yoga, and tai chi. I've never taken tai chi, but I've heard great things about it. But meditation, I do daily. I do it in the morning for about even 10 minutes is great to start my day, and I try to do it in the afternoon too. And a couple vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin B5 have also been proved to help with the adrenal function. All right, guys, that's it. So let's try to get rid of that stress. It's obviously making you fat, killing your sex drive, and not going to make you the lean, mean fighting machines that I know that you guys can be. For more information, go to www.trainerjosh.com for more free workouts and more for free nutritional information. This is Josh Slotman, and signing off. We'll see you next time, guys.